Greetings everyone, and welcome to my Python course. In this video we are going to talk about tuples in Python. Tuples in Python are ordered collections, which means that the order of elements in a tuple is maintained. This ordering allows us to access elements by their position or index, just like lists. Tuples are similar to lists but are immutable. We can use indexing to access elements in a tuple. For example, as we can see, when we wrote coordinates and then we put the index of 0, Python printed number 1 because it is the first element in our tuple. In addition, tuples are put between parentheses, not in brackets like lists. We can also access the last element in our tuple by writing the name of the tuple and then we put -1. As we can see, Python printed the last element in our tuple. Now let's create another tuple. We can also access the first 2 elements in our tuple. As we can see, when we wrote person and then we wrote 0 to 2, here we did slicing. Python printed the first 2 elements, which is 0 and 1, because as we know, if we write 0 to 2, Python only printed 0 and 1 and will not print 2. And in case if we write 1 to 2, Python only will print 1. So in our case, because we wrote 0 to 2, Python printed 0 and 1, which is John and 25. What we did here by creating coordinates and person tuple, this is called tuple packing. Now let's explain the concept of tuples unpacking. Tuple unpacking is a convenient and powerful feature in Python that allows us to assign the element of a tuple to multiple variables in a single statement. This makes it easier to work with the individual components of a tuple without having to access them one by one. Tuple unpacking is especially useful when we want to extract values from a tuple and assign them to variables for further processing. Let's create a new tuple and we call it student. So to unpack the tuple, we assign the elements of tuple to variables using a single assignment statement. We use the same number of variables as there are elements in the tuple. The order of variables should match the order of elements in the tuple. For example, after this line of code, which is name age major equal to student, the variable name will contain the string Sarah, the variable age will contain the integer 22, and the variable major will contain the string computer science. Let's check. Print name, print age, and print major. As we can see, print name gave Sarah, print age gave 22, and print major gave computer science. Tuple unpacking can also be used to swap values between variables without needing a temporary variable. For example, x equals 5, y equals 10, x and y equal to y and x. Then print x. As we can see, here Python printed x equal 10 and y, print y, it gives us the value 5. Because we assigned the value of x to y and the value of y to x, So when we wrote print x, we got the value of 10 instead of 5, and when we wrote print y, we got the value of 5 instead of 10. In the beginning of the video, we mentioned that tuples are immutable. Let's create an example in order to understand. In our tuple student, we have Sarah, 22, and computer science. Let's try to modify our tuple. Student index 0 and gives us the value of June. Now print student. As we can see, Python raised a type error. Tuple object doesn't support item assignment. Let's try to add or remove an element from our tuple. Let's try to add engineer. Print student. As we can see also, we got an attribute error. Tuple object has no attribute append, so we can't add an element in our tuple. Now imagine if we want to change an item inside our tuple. We know that tuples are immutable and they cannot be modified, so we need to convert our tuple to a list so that we can modify the item that we want to. In order to convert a tuple to a list, we can use the list function. So firstly, let's convert our tuple to a list. So student equal to list, and then we put student. And now print student. As we can see, the tuple has been converted to a list. So now let's try to access elements in our list by removing or adding elements. For example, let's try to add a new element. So the student dot append and then engineer. Print student. As we can see, the engineer item has been added to our list. We can also convert our list to a tuple by using the tuple function. So student equal to tuple, then student. Print student. As we can see, we converted again our list to a tuple. There are many functions can be used in tuples, like the len function. Len student. As we can see, gives us 4. In addition, the count method returns the number of occurrences of a specified value in the tuple. Let's create a new tuple. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, and 5. Then count equal to 2. Print. As we can see, by using the count function, we counted the total number of 2 in our tuple, and it gives us 3. In addition, the index method. This method returns the index of the first occurrences of a specified value in the tuple. T equal to, then 20, 30, and 40. Then index equal to t.index number 30. Print index. It gives us 2, because 30 in our tuple is the index of 2. In addition, sorted. This built-in function returns a new sorted list from the elements of the tuple. For example, t equal to 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 9, and 2. Print sorted t. As we can see, the sorted function sorted our tuple. In addition, the plus sign for concatenation. The plus operator can be used to concatenate 2 or more tuples, creating a new tuple. For example, tuple 1 equal to 1, 2, and 3. tuple 2 was 2, 4, 5, and 6. C equal tuple 1 plus tuple 2. Print C. As we can see, the result is tuple 1 plus tuple 2. We made a tuple which contains tuple 1 and tuple 2. In addition, the min and the max built-in functions, which returns the minimum and the maximum values from a tuple respectively. Rand min. As we can see, the min function gives us the minimum value inside our tuple, which is 3. And also print max. Our tuple gives us 11, which is the maximum value inside our tuple. We can also access the type of tuple by using type function. Print type by tuple. As we can see, the class is tuple. Tuples in Python are immutable. Once we created our tuple, we cannot add or remove item inside our tuple. Unlike lists, lists in Python are mutable. We can add and remove items from our lists. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If yes, then please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share the video, and leave your comment under the comment section. Until next time, happy analyzing.